Hey YouTube, Ed here with Jack of All Trades, and welcome to another video. So you'll remember not too long ago I did a review on ADE Optics RD3-009 Reflex red dot sight, and I absolutely love this sight. I really do. It works really well, and I'm very happy with how it functions, how it performs. I've got it mounted here to my Taurus TX22. And I tell you what, I really like shooting this. It's a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. Well, I went ahead and I acquired the exact same sight, except it's in the 012 version, or the Delta version. This is a little bit of an upgraded sight, so I went ahead and I acquired one, and we're going to talk about it. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's got some features and some options that are different than the 009 sight. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the ADE RD3-012 Reflex red dot sight. And welcome back. So yes, I've been using the 009 sight for quite a while, and I'm just going to refer to these as the 009 and the 012 because all that other stuff is just kind of a tongue twister. But I've been using the 009 sight for quite some time, and I really like it. And really the only gripe I had about the sight was the fact that you had to take the sight off to change the battery. That was my biggest gripe about the sight. Well, along comes the 012 sight. Let's talk about this. All right, so we have the ADE RD3-012 sight. Comes in actually the exact same identical box as the 009. They just go ahead and they put different labels on them. So it comes in the exact same box, but there are differences between the 012 and the 009 sight. So as the 009 sight, you get the sight itself with the cover. You get the tool for adjusting. You get the little wheel to help you with the adjustments. You also get batteries with the sight, and truth be told, I've already had this out and I've already turned it on just to verify it works. And then you get the Picatinny rail mount, just like with the 009 sight. And some other things that you get in the box with the scope, of course you get the user's manual for it, you get a questions and answer, or a frequently asked questions, you get a mounting instruction sheet, you get the cleaning cloth, you get the rubber gasket. Please make sure that when you mount this you use the rubber gasket because it helps to absorb some shock. You also get a spare O-ring, which I believe is for your battery cover, and you get an Allen wrench for installing the Picatinny rail. So those are the other things that you get in the box. Now the 012 sight is virtually identical with the exception of a few things. The color is slightly different. You can see that the 009 sight is black, and this is kind of a bronzish brown color. But you are talking to the colorblind ones, so don't take my word for it. Big notable differences right off the bat. Top load battery. You no longer have to take the sight off the firearm to change the battery. The cover is on the top and it's very easy to reach. No longer have to remove it, so you no longer lose your zero. No problems there. Other big difference on this sight, you have two buttons on the side of this sight, whereas on the 009 sight, you only had one button. This button on the 009 sight is both the power on and off and the brightness button. So what you do with the 009 sight is you push and hold the button for 3 seconds. It turns the sight on. Every sequential push of the button will make the red dot in the reticle go brighter, and then it'll go down to the lowest setting, and you just have to keep pushing the button to go up the line, or go up the stairs, if you will, in brightness. The Delta sight, the 012 sight, you push and hold either the up button or the down button, doesn't matter, for 3 seconds to turn it on. To turn it off, you push and hold the down button for 3 seconds to turn it off. But the difference there is you push the up button to make it go brighter, you push the down button to make it go dimmer. So you no longer have just one button which you have to staircase up the brightness settings. To get back down to the lowest brightness setting, you can just use the correct button to go brighter or dimmer. This one also has the feature where if you go to the absolute lowest setting, you actually can't see it with the naked eye, but you can see it if you are using night vision. So that is something else. Now, difference between these two sights. The 009 sight will turn off automatically after a period of time. I want to say it's an hour, if I remember correctly. But it will turn off all on its own after a period of time. The Delta sight does not turn off at all. At least according to the instructions, it doesn't turn off at all. You have to physically turn it off after the use. So that, in my opinion, is a downside. With all that being said, ADE does have 3 models of sight on the market right now that have an auto shutdown after 5 minutes and then are motion activated to turn them back on. The RD3-020, 028 Pro, and the 021 Pro are all motion activated sights. They turn off after 5 minutes and then they turn back on with motion activation. They're also coming out with several other models this year that will do the same thing. The 012 Pro, the 015 Pro, the 029 Pro, and the 030 Pro will also be motion activated after an auto shutdown. So simply pick the firearm up or unholster it or handle it in some way and the sight will turn back on again. As you can see, the size is physically pretty close to the same. You can see the top ring on the Delta is considerably thinner than it is on the 009. The Delta sight only weighs like 3 ounces. It's extremely light. It's inch 0.75 long, it's an inch 0.25 wide, and it's an inch 0.15 high. It is shockproof, it is fogproof, it is waterproof for up to 30 minutes in 4-foot deep water. So it's very, very similar to the 009 in many respects, but it does have some notable changes. The other difference between the 12 and the 009 is the 009 has a 5 MOA dot and the 12 has a 6 MOA dot, so there is a difference there. But as far as how to adjust it, how to mount it, everything like that, it's virtually identical to the 009 sight. The one thing I really like about these ADE sights is they come with a Picatinny rail so that you can mount this onto a variety of rifles. And in fact, on the website, they even say that this is a very good rifle or very good short-range backup sight to a scoped rifle if your scoped rifle has the ability to mount a backed up sight. So what I'm going to do is I actually just not too long ago recently built a AR-15 M4 battle rifle that I got out of Palmetto, and I put a carry handle on it, and I'm actually going to mount this to the Picatinny rail on the carry handle because I'm going to leave that rifle iron sights and I'm going to have a red dot backup sight or a red dot sight mounted to the top of it, and that way I can use either or for sighting the rifle. I think I will also try this particular sight on my Black Aces tactical shotgun, and if it seems to work very well with that, I might pick up another one to mount to my Black Aces tactical shotgun. But I think what I would probably want to try to do is get the 012 Pro, because my Black Aces is actually my 12 gauge tactical shotgun is actually my home defense gun. So that would be a very good sight to have on my home defense gun. That way when it's just sitting in its resting space waiting to hopefully never be used, the sight is off but in the ready position. And then as soon as you pick up the shotgun, if you ever need to use it, the vibration of the shotgun moving should turn the sight back on and make it ready for use. So I would really like to get the Pro for my Black Aces home defense tactical shotgun, just for that reason, so that it's at the ready. All I have to do is pick the shotgun up, get it ready for use, and it should turn the sight on automatically. All right, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've mounted this sight to my M4 AR, my Palmetto M4 AR, my Freedom rifle, And it mounted up very, very easily. One 3mm Allen wrench takes care of both the mounting screws on the top and the Picatinny rail screw on the side. They do give you an Allen wrench, but just for your own edification in the future, if you want to use your own tools, it's 3mm. Now it's just a matter of go ahead and taking this rifle to the range, trying to zero in the red dot and see if we can get this thing to zero. Now on occasion, sometimes these red dots run out of up adjustment. And if you find yourself in that situation where you do run out of up adjustment, ADE does make or does have access to a 1-degree shim, which will basically cant your scope or your red dot sight down 1 degree, and that'll give you some more up adjustment. I actually needed that shim for my TX22, and you can see that that shim is in there. And you can actually, if you look at it really, really closely, you can see that that shim is slightly angled, and it gives me some 1 degree of up tilt, and that gave me some extra adjustment. So with that all being said, if you do run into that situation, go ahead and pick one of those up. ADE will actually send you that shim free of charge. You just have to contact their support folks, and they will go ahead and send it to you. Comes in a plain envelope with a stamp on it. It takes a few days to get it, but they do not charge you for it. If you're in a hurry for it, you can also get that shim on Amazon. So let's go ahead and let's take this rifle to the range and let's see how it works. I'm also going to bring my Black Aces shotgun, and we're going to see how it works on that. Now this sight is supposed to be able to handle the recoil from a 45 ACP handgun. So the 12-gauge shotgun and the AR-15 should be absolutely no problem whatsoever handling the abuse from these two platforms. AR-15 recoil is extremely light, and it really shouldn't be an issue. With the Black Aces shotgun, there's a little more recoil felt in your shoulder, but compared to a 45 slide automatic, this sight should take far less abuse mounted on either one of those two platforms, and it should be just absolutely fine and without issue. So let's go ahead and get to the range and let's see how this thing shoots. All right, so I've got the RD3-012 sight mounted to the AR, and I have done a rudimentary sight in with it, and I've got it fairly well zeroed. I've got 3 water bottles set up there at 25 yards. The problem I have with this sight, and this is probably more me than anything, is I have a hard time picking up the red dot even on full magnification. It's a bright day out today. It's just hard for me to pick it up and see it. Part of that's because I'm colorblind. The other part of that is because of the daylight. It makes it difficult. But I am able, if I focus on it, I am able to pick it up. Now, I was hoping to mount this sight on my Black Aces tactical shotgun, but I can't do that because I have this front sight on here, and the Picatinny rail is so low that the ADE optic actually doesn't clear the front sight and it obstructs it. So in order to use it on this shotgun, I'm either going to have to remove the front sight, or I'm going to have to pick a different tactical shotgun. But as it stands, I really can't use the sight on here. It's really obstructed by that front sight. But let's go ahead and turn the camera around. Let's see if I can dispatch these water bottles. So as you can see, the accuracy on the sight isn't half bad. Other than the fact that I really have a hard time seeing the red dot, partially because of my color vision, partially because of the daylight hours. It's actually a pretty good sight, and I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna enjoy using this. And this sight is going to be used in those low light situations when my iron sights aren't very useful anymore. So that's where I plan to use this. This is going to be just basically what it is, a meat and potatoes M4 style rifle. And this sight will certainly fill the bill. I just need some more time with it. This gun is actually brand new. The rifle is brand new. In fact, it's the subject of another video, and it isn't even broke in yet. But as I can tell right now, it's not moving unless I move it. It stays exactly where it's supposed to be. It seems to be holding up to the recoil really well. The only gripe I have is that I have a hard time seeing the red dot, and I don't think I don't believe that is the sight's fault. I think it's more me and the conditions that I'm in. So I'm going to keep using it. I'm very, very happy with it so far, and as long as it holds up and it keeps functioning, I'll keep using it. Now I'll keep shooting it for a few months, and then I'll do an update video in a few months to let you know what the longevity and what the durability of the sight is. But as it stands right now, I'm really liking the sight. I like the quality of it. I like the easy adjustability of it. I wish the dot was just a hair brighter, but it is a red dot sight after all. So with that, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. So if you found this video at all useful and you're liking this kind of content, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. Make sure you ring that notification bell so you get notified of upcoming videos. And then hit me with some comments. I love the comments. Anything that you can think of that I can do to maybe make this site work better for me if you've had similar issues like I've had, especially with the visualizing of it and seeing it. Let me know, and we'll work on these things together. With that, this is Ed from Jack of All Trades. Thank you for stopping by. As always, we will see you on the next video.